What's up, Raider Nation? This is the Oakland Knight, and you're watching Knight of the Shield. What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome back to Knight of the Shield. That's right, Knight of the Shield is back. I don't know for how many videos or how long this journey is going to last. All I know is that it's been a long time coming. I've been struggling with my identity on this channel for a long time, and it just seems right just to go back to my roots, go old school, and be back to being Knight of the Shield. So here we are, the first episode back as Knight of the Shield. It feels good just to say it, and I got a lot that I want to talk about today. But first, if you still are following this channel, I appreciate you for just waiting around, waiting for videos to pop up, always hanging in there and just supporting me throughout all these years. And if you're new here and you're just finding this channel, think about hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can stay up to date to all the videos that will be coming out this football season. All right. I want to get into the Raider Nation today. I really want to go heavy about the Raider Nation, mainly because of one new YouTube. Well, I don't know how new he is, to be honest with you, but a newer YouTube creator that's out there that is not only killing it in content, but killing it as a member of the Raider Nation. Now, that's old school Knight of the Shield, all about the Shield, all about the nation. That's what I'm going back to, and this guy is representing it to the fullest like nobody ever has here on YouTube, in my personal opinion. I mean, he's just really showcasing some amazing content, and I want to talk about him in just a minute. But before we do, let's get into some Raider content. I don't want to get in heavy on the draft. I think I'm too late to the train to sit there and throw too much into the pot, but I do want to talk about our first two picks. Now, a lot of controversy, if you will, that has come from these first two picks. I don't necessarily think that there should be that much controversy when you really look at what happened and what transpired. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. All right, first pick, Alex Leatherwood out of Alabama. We already know, hey, this cat was not projected by most TV analysts or even other analysts, if you will, but the Raiders and a few other teams had Alex Leatherwood graded as a #1 draft pick. Now, you don't have to agree with that or not, but the bottom line is they're the ones shopping, buying, and cooking the food. So this is what the Raiders went with, and I'm cool with it. Look, I gave up a long time ago trying to figure out who is the best fit for the Raiders as a player, or what pick they should be. I stopped worrying about the player and started worrying more about position of need for the Raiders, and that's what they did. We needed an offensive tackle, and I really find it funny that once we let Trent Brown go, and I know everybody was excited for that, then we gave up Hudson and we gave up Gabe Jackson. Everybody was in disarray saying, what are we going to do? What about our offensive line? And then on the other hand, everybody's freaking out that we addressed the offensive line only because it wasn't the player they felt that we should have took at that spot. But I'm going to be honest with you. Alex Leatherwood, when it comes to run blocking, is the best in the draft. And that's exactly why they took him. Now, I know there's some issues in pass protection, but that's where you have to trust in your coaches that this kid is coachable. He's going to come into this system. He's going to be coached up, and he will get better. We saw that with Colton Miller. There's no reason why we can't see that with Alex Leatherwood. Let's go ahead and jump into the second round where we picked up Trayvon Merrick. Now, here's a guy that everybody wanted. Everybody knew this is one of our biggest need, if not our biggest need on this football team, was getting a safety that could play center field, play behind Abram, let Abram play in the box more, and have a guy in this Gus Bradley system that's going to be able to take good angles on the football, be able to read the quarterback, and make plays. He's also a really good tackler. He could play up close to the line if need be. So this is someone that everybody wanted, right? I don't think I heard anybody that was against Moehrig at all for this football team. First round projection, back injury, ran a poor 40. Everybody kind of thinking, he's not as fast as we thought he was. Whether that's the case or not, if you watch the tape, the kid has more than enough speed And besides, speed is somewhat, and I'm going to repeat that, speed is somewhat overrated when it comes to the NFL, especially from a safety standpoint, when it's more about angles than speed. Now, every safety is going to need some speed to catch up and close some gaps, and if you watch the tape, it shows that he did that in college. So I think he's a lot faster than his 40 time says. He also plays a lot faster, obviously, but the thing that stuck out to me was that he takes great angles, and I kind of like that. I think we've been lacking that over the past 10 years plus when it comes to the safety outside of Charles Woodson. So this is something that I'm excited about, and we got him at a great value. Now, my whole point on these first 2 picks is simply this. If you had your 2 biggest needs, offensive tackle and safety, and your number 1 pick in your mind would have been Merrick in the first round, and they got him in the second. Let me just stop trying to explain this. So I'm making this more difficult than it needs to be. Honestly, the Raiders board is the only thing that matters. According to the Raiders and some other teams, Leatherwood was the best tackle on the board, period. Everybody on the board had Merrick as the best safety in the draft. They didn't want to take him in the first round. We get it. Back injury, a lot of teams do it. At the end of the day, the Raiders got both needs that they needed to fill, offensive tackle and safety, and got both number 1 people on their board. The number 1 on their board, meaning they killed this draft in their perspective. Everything else is speculation. I can speculate on it. ESPN can speculate on it. The NFL Network can speculate on it. Even PFF can go and take all their numbers and speculate on it all day. It doesn't really matter to me. The Raiders did what they feel that they needed to do to take this to the next level. So with that said, Raiders, the only difference between being pick number 1 and pick number 2 is money. And at that point, tackle, safety, I think they saved money in this. I believe they actually saved money drafting it this way. So you could look at that as a positive as well, because you're not going to pay as much for a tackle as you would a safety. But I digress. Anyway, let's go ahead. One of the reasons why I was really inspired as of late to come on and make this video in general is nostalgia. I'm really big on nostalgia, man, and I see you out there, Mikey, still doing your thing, man, and Samoan Raider, I see you doing your thing. Sanjit T, I see you doing your thing. And, man, let me tell you something. I watched my boy Raider John's reaction video. And let's go ahead and play the clip right here.
I ain't mad at it. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, that's an offensive player, which means I got a tradition I got to go do. 1 second. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, I have this thing that I've been doing for years. Every time we draft, I do a video. And if we draft a defensive player, my boy, Oakland Knight, he downs a beer. I don't know if he still drinks anymore, but I gotta honor this because every time we draft an offensive player, I gotta down a Modelo.
But again, it's played a lot of football in Alabama. They feel comfortable with the pick. They feel like he can slide in and start on this offensive line to protect Derek Carr, which is a little bit earlier than I anticipated.
And how many times did we sit here with Mike Mayock and him say, when a team has conviction about a player,
love it, dude. I love that clip, dude. Thank you for even remembering me. Thank you for shouting me out, dude. And no, I don't drink like that anymore, but I tend to have a drink or two here and there. And I promise you, man, I'll have one for you because that was just, dude, that touched me, bro. You know, you're my homie. We go way back, and I just love to see you still breaking down your draft picks, having reactions. And I just noticed too that Byron Live, he's making some moves. I see him kind of floating around, changing some things on his channel, man. I love nostalgia. I really, really do. And Raider John's video and just seeing him going old school, keeping tradition alive and pounding a beer for getting an offensive player in the first round. It just touched me, dude. And it touched me like like another YouTuber right now, and that is Graphic Raider. If you guys, obviously, most of you guys, I believe, should know who he is by now. If you don't, go check out Dox Entertainment. That's DOXENT here on YouTube. He goes by Graphic Raider. He does Raider anthems. The guy, he's very, very knowledgeable. Just love his content, man. I love the way he talks about the Raiders, and more importantly, I love the way he represents the Shield. And for me, watching him not only put out great content and great music for the Raider Nation, he's actually going a step further and showcasing other creative YouTubers that are coming up. And it doesn't matter where you're at on the spectrum when it comes to, did you just start out? Have you been doing it for a while? Have you been noticed? Have you not been noticed? I mean, he's introduced a couple of young cats that I think are fantastic. One goes by the name of Andy. I believe, I can't remember his full name of his channel off the top of my head. I am subscribed to him. Very knowledgeable young man, dude. The guy is just on point. He really can break down film. He can break down defenses. He gets it, and he's young. So I'm excited about his future. Icy Nate is someone that is coming out. He's working on his camera skills, but man, the guy is very knowledgeable, gets information right away, and he really supports the YouTube community and getting them the information when he gets it. I just think everything that's going on over there on Graphics channel is spectacular. I mean, he's really done something that hasn't been done since Mikey Raider did it back in early 2014, and that is bring the nation together. And I'm just like dumbfounded, dude. There's Raider Honcho, my goodness, there's Sanjuku. Geez, I can't think of everybody, and I don't want to mess up by not mentioning anybody, but I do the best I can to find new content and find new YouTubers to watch, to listen, to kind of help with my mind and figuring out how I'm thinking about the football team. I don't make content anymore like I used to. We'll see if this year inspires me to continue to try to kind of get back into the rhythm of things. My life has completely changed since I stopped doing this. I did cover the Raiders last year for a while. But I do have a job now, so it keeps me pretty busy. I'm actually just got off work. I'm in my work studio right now, where I record podcasts where I work. It's been pretty fun. I've grown a lot as a content creator, as far as being able to use cameras and green screens and software, and we're not showcasing it here. I just wanted this to kind of be more of a, hey, how's everybody doing type video. But as I put out some more content, as I get inspired to make a little bit more content and dive into some of the things that I see happening with our Las Vegas Raiders, I will showcase a little bit of different looks and little different things. You'll see a little bit of even what I do to this video. But man, I'm just excited for the Raider Nation. And we've had a hard time. The Raider Nation has had a hard time having to leave Oakland, coming to Las Vegas first year, lost the draft, lost the ability to open up that stadium the way that we should have, going right into COVID. I just think all this stuff that's gone on in the Raider Nation over the course of the last 4 years, has actually starting to come back and really bring it back together. And right now, in my opinion, Graphic Raider is leading that charge. He's kind of leading that mission right now of putting everybody back together. And you know what, dude? I salute you, bro. I salute you. I appreciate you. I hope one day to actually have a conversation with you and just, get to know you a little bit better and just maybe talk some football. That's what I like to do. I still do it on a regular with people here at work or, family members. But, I'm really, really got the itch. I get this itch, this time every year. But watching Raider John's video really kind of pushed me to say, just go hit record and put something out there. Just say hello to the nation and just let everybody know how you're feeling. And right now I'm feeling very inspired. I'm feeling very motivated. I think it's great what I see happening here on YouTube. With everybody creating content and really working with each other. And I just miss those days. I know Mikey sent out a group text draft day to a lot of us old school guys that used to do his Raider roundtables. And You know, he's always dreamed of maybe putting the band back together and just having kind of like a special episode. And I'm so down. I would love to be on there with you guys, you know, Cameron from Raider Nation News, Byron, you know, Samoan Raider John, Mikey Raider, man, Mystic, if he wants to fire up the camera. I don't even know what Mystic's up to these days, but there's just so many. And then there's so many people to reintroduce, like these new cats, Raider Honcho, Graphic Raider, Sanjit T, Sanjoku. I don't want to miss anybody. Andy from I think it's Las Vegas Raiders football talk. I know there's Spotlight Raiders talk. There's just so many people out there creating such great content, and you know, I think it's fantastic. So regardless of how many videos I make in the future, if I really fire this thing and really start going all in on it or not, I'm watching and I comment in your videos. I don't always comment as Knight of the Shield, but I'll do a better job of kind of making sure that I switch. I got several different YouTube accounts that I work on, so I'll do my best. So if you see either Knight of the Shield or you'll see The Blind Jedi or Independently Blind, those are the ones that will pop up on there. And just to kind of reiterate, so everybody knows, yes, I'm legally blind. That's why I wear the shades. But because I'm sure I'll get those comments, as always, in the comment section. So anyway, I got to get out of here. I could sit here and do this all day. I will be back. I will be making some videos throughout the season, and we'll see what my next video is about. But I just wanted to come on and say what's up and just tell you all I miss you, love you, and as always, stay Raider strong. Peace.